Oh, pardon me. Didn't see you standing there. Welcome to the library. How can I help you? Oh, what was I reading? Oh, got this at the feast last year. It's Freedom at Midnight. It's the story of the partitioning of Pakistan and India. One of the many tragic stories from the decolonization era of the British Empire. You see, the Queen passed away this last week, and so as I was looking over social media, you saw the many eulogies. You also saw her number of people were blaming her for the tragedies and disasters of the colonial era. While on its face, decolonization held out hope, promise, even utopia to many people, in reality it brought death, starvation, massacre, war crimes, and economic devastation the likes of the world has never seen. You see, you're going to follow me here. You're going to see some similar pattern that played out in the church, so pay attention. You see, there was an elder statesman that stood in the way of Her Majesty's government for many years, that stood in the way of decolonization. And it did not happen until this elder statesman was effectively taken out of the way. That man was Winston Churchill. Now, Churchill was often seen as completely against decolonization in any form. But he was not. He was merely against the mode, speed, and timing of the decolonization of the colonies. He would often say, they're not ready. Now, was he right? Just look around you. He was. Scarcely a single colony that retains what it was given. Sure, they may nominally claim they have retained a parliamentary system of sorts. I think India might be actually the closest to a decent government. South Africa was once a first world country with an export economy. Now it's the only thing that they export is crime. Okay, and its residents literally have to live behind fortress walls if you still live down there, if you haven't gotten out of there. Rhodesia was the breadbasket of Africa. It fed the continent. Its farmers fed the continent. Now it has to import food, and the country of Zimbabwe, its currency has become a laughing stock. It's a running joke. They were not ready. Now in the church we had an elder statesman that for many years, from His Majesty's government, he stood in the way of decolonization. Every year at the Feast of Tabernacles he would ask, are you ready? And we would all proclaim, we are. And then came the day when he was effectively taken out of the way. What followed was a similar pattern to what was seen on the African continent in the British decolonization. Many were the offshoots of many colonial-style governments, each proclaiming a heritage with the mother government, while slowly weaning away from that very original. They became nominally parliamentarian, small fiefdoms, and even outright dictatorships, and all kinds of variety in between. Was Mr. Armstrong right? We were not ready. It was a disaster, and much, or in reality, greater than the decolonization of underneath Queen Elizabeth, because spiritual consequences are far greater than economic consequences. The key for both systems, and the solution for both systems, was set down in God's Word. Oh, okay, yeah, I see you got a whole stack of books there. Okay, here, use mine. It's dust-free. Look up Isaiah 30:15. Okay, you got it? Got it. Okay. For thus says the Holy One of Israel. Okay, that's your king right there. In returning and rest shall you be saved. Okay, decolonization not working for you? Here's your solution. In quietness and confidence shall be your strength. And you would not. That is a sad commentary right there. In both systems, people will not. Well, are you ready to check out? You're not? I mean, you've been in the library for. Look at the stack of books. You've been in the library for hours. You're not, okay, I got it. You got to do after our talk. We got to do more homework. Hey, that's good. That's good. Let's just step out of the way. We got a line of people right behind you, and it seems that some seem to be ready. And you can always get back in line, but these days I wouldn't waste much time. These days, time is not something we got a whole lot of. Okay, but thanks for visiting the library, where we always keep His Majesty's government within easy reach.